Myself, P. Jacqueline Mary, working as assistant professor in MC department at Sri Muthukumaran Institute of Technology. Now I am going to cover a subject as DSA, Data Structures and Algorithm using Python. Subject code is MC25104. These are the syllabus which covers the subjects. In that we are going to see a abstract ADT. In abstract ADT, it covers some topics as OOPS concept, classes and objects, tags and queues, ADT. I will clearly explain you one by one. In OOPS concept, there will be classes, object, encapsulation, inheritance, and abstractions will come. First, what is meant by class? Class is a blueprint for creating some objects. For example, any objects like bike, car. We are used to create objects by using the classes. Simply say, objects can be created by classes. And then what is meant by encapsulation? Encapsulation means which the data stores safely. And then inheritance. Inheritance means that data in one classes will be used for other classes called inheritance. At last, abstraction. Abstractions means that removes the unwanted things and gives us the necessary things called abstraction. Next topic is shallow copy and deep copy. Shallow copy means it's a copy of an object that stores the reference of an object in an element. It means the changes, if any changes occurs, it reflects on the reference of the object. But in deep copy, it will not reflect in the reference of an object. That is the major difference between a shallow copy and a deep copy. What is meant by asymptotic notation? Asymptotic notation is used to describe the growth rate of function, especially to analyze the performance of an algorithm. It is basically based upon algorithm, that is asymptotic notation. And then divide and conquer method. Divide and conquer method solves that the problems, the maximum number of problems are sorted into a smaller and then manageable sub problems. That is a divide method. Conquer means it combines the results to solve the original problem. And then recursion means it is a programming technique where a function calls itself to solve the smaller instance of same problems. It has two parts. In recursions we are having base case and a recursive case. In base case, the conditions under the recursion stops. In recursive case, the function calls itself with a smaller or similar version of a same problem. Then stack ADT and queue ADT. In stack ADT is a linear data structure in which insertion and deletion of elements done at only one end, which is known as the top of the stack. We are in stack ADT we follow some one principle, that is a LIFO, last in first out. For example, uh, we put a biscuit in a boxes, last one only comes out first. That is the principle of the stack. We are doing some operations here: push, pop, and peek. Push operation is mainly used to push an item at the top of the stack. Pop operation is used to remove the item. And then last, peek. Peek operation is used to what? It is used for return the item at the top of the stack without removing it. Noted, it returns the items at the top of the stack without removing it. Okay. And then queue. Queue is a linear data structure which follows a principle is first in, first out, in which the element that is inserted first is the first one to be taken out. For example, queue. The element in a queue are added at one end called rear and removed from other end called front. Here some operations are doing. They are Q, NQ and DQ. First, Q is a Queue is nothing but creating a new queue, that is empty queue. NQ is adding a new items to the rear of the queue. Next, last one is DQ. DQ is used to remove the item from the front of the queue. Next, merge chart. Merge chart is, we are going to see one algorithm called merge chart. Merge chart is a divide and conquer sorting algorithm. It works by dividing an array into a smaller parts, sorting each part and then merging them back together in a sorted array. Simply say, it will sorted by ascending order, smaller to biggest number. First step, here some elements are given in the array format. First step 1, it splits the array into two halves, and then second step, it split it again by dividing into a two elements, and then it split into a single element, and at last step 4, it divides into a smaller to bigger elements, and step 5 completely it forms a two set of elements, smaller to bigger, that is in the ascending order format. Okay, here the last final sorted array is comes out. I attached one link, that is program code for this merge sort. You have to know this, means you use this link and use this link, and here the program code will be there for merge sort algorithm. Next, Dijkstra's algorithm. It is also one of the algorithm. Definition of this algorithm is, it is a popular algorithm for finding a shortest path. By using the source, the shortest path to all vertices is obtained. Major one is, major one of the algorithm is used to find the shortest path. Here one of the problem I worked out here. You just clarify with step by step. Thank you all for watching this video. If any questions, I will come through a next video. Okay, thank you.